not a game, it's a rich thing.
Welcome to Everything Commanders with your host, Dream Team Buddha. Hail to the Commander.
I'm glad you all said something because I was so busy, running off at the mouth. I'm glad you all said something. I had to think. I stay doing that. It is what it is. But anyway, we can start this thing again because I was just running off at the mouth. Shout out to Love Can't Wait, Lil C. White, and NPR for letting me know that there was no sound. I apologize. But anyway, I started the stream off by saying happy birthday to JD5. Happy birthday, Jaden Daniels. Drop it down in the comments. Wishing Jaden Daniels a happy birthday. He just might see the stream. Who knows? I don't know. But I just want to say shout out to JD5. I know you would like to be out there with the team. Unfortunately, you can't right now because they shut you down due to health concerns, and they just wanted to make sure that you are, you're protecting yourself and you're going to get ready for the off season. Good thing they got you out there practicing with the team so you can still get those reps in for now into the off season. But happy birthday, my guy. Let me know if you all can hear me because I want to make sure before I get back into what I was saying, I want to make sure that you all can hear me so I don't go off and start talking and it be all for nothing. So somebody give me a confirmation in the chat, if you will, just to let me know if you all can actually hear me, and then I'll get back with it. Also, I hope you all are having a great Thursday. We got football tonight, and I'm looking forward to seeing this game. It's a little delay. So somebody let me know in the chat if you all can hear me. Then I'll get on with this Drake Jackson theory of mine. Okay, cool. Thank you. Love Can't Wait. I appreciate that. All right, so throughout the season, we've had not even throughout the season. Let's take it back a little further. Since back when Josh Harris first came in, we traded away Chase Young. We traded away Montez Sweat. And also, we got rid of a lot of pieces. We got rid of Jonathan Allen on the defensive line. And since then, we didn't have that player that we could actually claim to be, or title, should I say, the edge threat or the pass rusher that we need. We did somehow, we did manage to keep Deron Payne, but Deron Payne never been a pass rusher, elite pass rusher. He can get to the quarterback, especially when the money is on the line. We already know payday Payne will show up. But when it came to edge rush, after the first season, we were hoping to get some pass rushers in here. We brought in Dante Fowler Jr. and Dorrance Armstrong, and then Frankie Louvu contributed last year. And so we thought we had a good thing with those guys getting out to the quarterback. However, even with us losing Dante Fowler back to the Cowboys, and Louvu working hard all off season with Ryan Kerrigan to become a greater pass rusher, we still haven't seen it translate on the field. He got a sack last week, but with Dorrance Armstrong going down on the season, us losing Deatrick Wise and Devontae Jean Baptiste, however you say his name, we haven't really seen an edge presence like we know we need. However, we signed Von Miller. Von Miller's here. Von Miller has stood out to show that he still got something left in the tank. It may not be the Von Miller from the Bronco days, but he still is Von Miller. I think he currently sits at 7 sacks on the season, or 6.5, one of the two. I could be wrong. But him and Jacob Martin, they've showed that they knock on the door looking for another chance to come back next season. We didn't really expect anything out of either of the two. We wanted those guys to be here to help us on third down in particular. But with all the injuries, those guys had to step in and they had to play. So we also signed DeMarcus Walker, and we signed Drake Jackson, who we're going to talk about today. Drake Jackson is a quite interesting player. He was drafted by the 49ers a few years back, and he suffered a season which seemed like a career-ending knee injury back in 2023. He has yet to play another down in the NFL up until this Saturday against the Philadelphia Eagles. Speaking of the Eagles, before I go on about him, on Saturday, I'm looking for revenge. I'm looking for revenge for what they did to us last year in the NFC Championship. They ended our season. They cut it short. They sent us home. They put up 55 points on us. The Eagles could be had right now. Now, I know some of you don't like this, the sound of us winning another football game, but this Eagles game is kind of personal for me. I really dislike the Eagles after what they did to us. And I understand, before we played the Giants, I was talking like, oh yeah, I would rather for us to lose games than to win another game. But after we played the Giants and I heard from the guys and I had to do some self-evaluating, I had to come to the conclusion that that's a loser mindset, and I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want us to lose games anymore. I was a little emotional. It is what it is, but I'd rather for these guys to win. These guys are humans, just like those draft picks that we are tanking for. We already know about just because you pick high, you might not have a good pick, and the player might not mount to be nothing, i.e., Chase Young or Jamie Davis or Emmanuel Ford. I can go on and on. Over the last 4 to 5 drafts, 3 to 4 drafts, none of our first round picks really mounted to be anything. So it's not always a guarantee that you will get that player at the top of the draft. Now, it gives yourself more chances to get a high quality elite player the higher you pick. I get it. I'm not neglecting that. I'm not, turning a blind eye to it. But what I'm saying is this: the players in the locker room matter more. The guys that's going to be coming back next year matters more. You have to keep in mind that same player that was drafted last year who didn't make such a big presence in the first year may be elite in his second year. Look at the Giants, y'all. They drafted Abdul Carter, and he ain't really showed up. So back to what I was saying. I want to beat the Eagles on Saturday if we can. If there's a will, there's a way. I hope that we beat the Eagles. And it won't be easy, but I believe that, what Marcus Mariota plan and the game plan that they be creating for Marcus Mariota, that I wish they create for Jaden Daniels as well. I think it's a solid enough game plan for us to beat the Eagles as long as we run the ball. And I'm hoping we do that. But on the defensive side, we're going to need somebody to step up and get after Jalen Hurts, because what he's shown over the past few weeks, if you put pressure on him, he'll have a 5 turnover game. He'll turn the ball over a lot. He could be turnover worthy if you get pressure on him. And it seems like, where the hell will we get pressure from? I mean, Von Miller got 7. Like I said, Jacob Martin, he got what he got. Louisville may got like 1 or 2 sacks. But you can't really convince me that you believe somebody on that front 7 is going to get out to Jalen Hurts. But there may be an answer. Drake Jackson will play this Saturday. This guy was supposed to be one of the ones. Now, I'm not saying, I'm just saying, he could possibly change the way we draft this offseason, the way we approach the defensive end. He could possibly change that. He has the opportunity to change that. With 3 games left, let's say he go out there And in these 3 games, he give me 3 sacks, maybe 8 to 10 QB pressure, something like that, something mild. The sacks is a big thing. But just what if he go out there and dominate? He's 2 years removed from his injury. What if he goes out there and dominate, put on a show, and say, Commanders, I deserve a seat at the table. I at least need to be invited back on a 1-year or 2-year deal to be the defensive end that you all been looking for the Commanders. What if? That would be awesome. Just same way with Traylon Burks. Now, I know it sounds crazy as hell, and you're probably saying, Buddha, slow down, bro. Slow down, bro. I don't think he's going to be all that. I get it. But I was just sitting here and I'm saying, what if? Just what if Drake Jackson could actually be the answer? Now, the jury's still out. We have to wait and see. But I just want to know, what do you think? Do you even know anything of Drake Jackson? Like I said, the kid is only 24 years old. 24 years old. We used to drafting all, we used to signing all these old guys. Von Miller, like 37. There's no future with Von, although he's talking about coming back next year. What if Drake May is the answer to all our problems? Although I think we need more than just a defensive end on this along the defensive front. But could he possibly make us go in a different direction in the draft? Now, I know 3 games ain't a big enough sample size to, make that decision, but whatever reason, they've seen something in this young man that we haven't. He's been brought here over a month ago. He was drafted by Adam Peters and John Lynch over there at the on the 49ers, so he knows it's something there. Or is this just a San Francisco rental? I don't know. Y'all let me know. Tell me what you think. And I don't mean to drag this thing out or whatever the case may be. And I hate the Eagles and the Cowboys. I don't hate any team, right? I don't hate any team, but if I had to speak on it, I dislike the Cowboys and I dislike the Eagles. Both teams, they actually get on my damn nerves because of what they did to the Commanders. That's why. That's all. But anyway, if you're just joining the stream, make sure you like the stream. Make sure you share the stream. Kicking it with your boy. My question I'm posing to you all: do you think that Drake Jackson could possibly make the Commanders think twice about drafting an edge rush with their top pick in the NFL draft? Would that be okay with you? Are you interested in being curious enough to see just if he could actually be the one to watch the Commanders? Let me know what y'all think, man. Have a conversation with your boy. It's Thursday. We cooling. It's beautiful outside. I know now, listen, I'm not saying that I don't want them to draft a defensive end, an edge rush. That right now they got us connected to David Bailey. And once we get to the mock drafts and all that other stuff, I will expound upon all of these college prospects that could possibly join the Washington Commanders. We just ain't there yet, okay? We're supposed to be focusing on the season. We got 3 weeks left. But after these 3 weeks, we moving. We talking all draft. So, yeah, but like I said, if I had my way, I would like to beat the Philadelphia Eagles this Saturday. What says you? Let me know. Okay. Shout out to Love, can't wait. He writes, I remember when he got drafted, and that's good he's getting another opportunity. Sky is the limit. Hopefully, Drake don't get hurt. That's my biggest concern, bro. And I was trying not to bring it up because, especially after this last season, I don't want to hear of another injury. Like, I think this is the worst we've been injured in a long time, since I could remember. I don't remember the last time the Commanders went through so many injuries as we did this season. So that's of course, same with Traylon Burks. Same with both of them. But why not have them as depth? You know, like Drake Jackson may answer some problems, some questions that we have, but he may not answer them all. But I think that he could possibly state his case for a roster spot next year. Because just look at the depth that we got. You know, I think that our depth could be a lot better than what it is. Like, all these other teams got great depth. You know, when people go down, the next man come in, and you be like, damn, where he come from? They've been cooking on the sideline. They've been cooking on the practice squad. They've been cooking. The coaching staff been coaching them guys up. It's our job to get these players to play at an elite level. All the players that's in the NFL were drafted for a reason. If you was drafted in the NFL, you're here for a reason. They saw something in you. It's just the right coach hasn't gotten it out of you. And those that have been successful, they're playing every Sunday or every Saturday or every Thursday or every Monday. So, yeah, hopefully we can get something out of them. Shout out to Renell Winchester. What's good? Would love Drake Jackson to help us. Yeah, I would too. I think Drake Jackson would actually help us at that position because Von Miller can't do it by himself. Jacob Mark can't do it by himself. We ain't getting much out of Johnny Newton, but who's to say Johnny Newton won't have a breakout season next year? I thought it would be this year, but this is his, be honest with you, this is his first full season where we had thrusted him into the lineup to produce. Last year, he was injured a little bit, and we still had a lot of dogs along the defensive front. But this year, he was forced to play a little bit more. Now, Javon Kinlaw, on the other hand, I don't know what's up, man. He started the season off, and you got to think of it like this. If we had better cornerback play, I think these guys will be better as well. But it's a team effort. Front end, back end, it's a team effort. I was looking at an interview from I can't think of what podcast it was. It was a podcast. Yeah, it was. It was the Arena podcast, and they brought on Patrick Surtain, right? And he asked them, how was he able to cover what's the fast guy name from Christian Watson from the Packers? In the game they played, Jordan Love made a bomb. He threw a bomb. One-on-one, Patrick Surtain versus Christian Watson. We already know Christian is faster than I'm about to say Keith Talib. He's faster than Patrick Surtain, but Surtain is the best cornerback in the league, pound for pound. And he was able to pick the ball off from Christian Watson. He was asking him, he was like, well, how were you able to defend this man knowing that he's as fast as he is? And the first thing he said to his mind out his mouth is, well, I got a clock in my head. Because of our pass rush, I know that he only got 2 or 3 seconds to throw the ball. Now, you know the Broncos defense, their pass rush is amazing, especially with Nick Benito and the rest of those guys. They get after the quarterback. They lead the league in sacks. Once we get the correct guys, if it's Drake Jackson, Dorrance Armstrong, because Dorrance Armstrong was on one of them. He was having one of those seasons. He went out, week 7? And I think he had 7 sacks. He was having one of those seasons to get a big contract next year. So, hey, listen, I know what you did the last season may not amount to be anything in the following season, but what I'm saying is that he was having his best year Dorrance Armstrong was having his best year. The only thing left is to have another guy on the other side that could complement Dorrance Armstrong, if not be 1A, 1B. Drake Jackson has the chance to do so. And I'm only excited about this because he's only 24 years old. He's only 24 years old. So we shall see how this turn out. But yeah. Also, Love Can't Wait, right? I'm going to give everybody a pass this season, bro. Too many injuries to overcome. I'm in that same boat with you. You know, I started to turn my nose up to some of these players. I thought they gave up on Dan Quinn, especially when we played against the Miami Dolphins. And I started to drink the Kool-Aid of Mikey Sainristil being trash. You know, you hear a lot of people talking about Sainristil, he's struggling and all this and the forth. Sainristil, outside of Trey Amos, has been the only light that we've had at cornerback this season. And it's going to show lately that Sainristil actually is a better boundary corner than he is inside at slot. Now, I don't know better overall, but when it comes to turnovers, when he's at the boundary position, he creates more turnovers at the boundary position than any other cornerback that we have on this roster. Now, I know Trey Amos had his hands on one of those picks early this year, but him and Will Harris bumped heads. But the proof is in the pudding. Numbers don't lie. Sainristil can play. So I had to pipe myself down and say, hey, stop looking at these players crazy. You know the defense is abysmal right now. We trash. No good leadership. Joe Witt Jr. wasn't calling the right plays, wasn't putting the players in position. I said, you know what? I got to stop expecting so much from this team. Sainristil even was in the news about him liking the post where somebody said it's a scheme, and it was a lot going on. So, yeah, I'm with you too. I ain't putting nothing on the shoulders of the guys of this year. I'm going to give them guys a pass, but lightly, because the first moment I see you all play next year, I'm going to be on your ass. So, and that's no Yeezy, no Diddy. Shout out to T-Rose 2024, right? Our draft picks came early with Burks and Drake Jackson. Yes, I think now I know y'all seen that catch that Traylon Burks had what was it against the Broncos? That wasn't luck. That kid came out of college doing that. He came out of college showing those type of flashes that he can be one of the wide receivers that can make crazy acrobatic catches. They say the man been doing it via practice since he joined the team. He just got to stay healthy. That's it. If he can stay healthy, I think he deserves a seat at the table. Who else we got? Noah Brown could get up out of here. Even when Noah Brown was fully healthy, he didn't give us no type of hope like Treylon Burks. That catch, what he brought to the team. Yes, Noah Brown caught the Hail Mary pass from Jaden Daniels, but it was tipped to Noah Brown. We haven't had no other moment outside of the Hail Mary catch that we can say Noah Brown went up and had the whole stadium like, that's the only time. And that's because of bad play by Tariq Stevens. Riley Moss was in the chest of Treylon Burks, and he went up and caught that pass. I think he deserves a seat at the table. Just imagine him and Terry McLaurin, how contested their catches be. Man, people will have to respect this, man. With a healthy Jaden Daniels at that, people will have to respect this. Shout out to my guy, Aiden Malik writes, you can't have enough edge rushers because you want multiple sack guys, because if you get one, he gets double team. Problem solved. If I got multiple guys, I can send you pressure from everywhere. That's what I want to see, Aiden. I want to see a team effort. I'm not looking for Like even if we was to get Ruben Bain or David Bailey or one of the guys at the top of the draft for edge rush, I still want it to be a collective pass rush. I don't want it to be one we relying on one guy. Like you see what the Green Bay Packers got. Now I'm not saying that we got the same type of roster as the Green Bay Packers, because you know that ain't what we got. But with Micah Parsons, Edgerrin Cooper, Rashawn Gary, Quay Walker, Devon, the Wyatt, those guys can rush the passer. Luke Van Ness, they got all guys that can get it done. We have to have an arsenal the same way they got, or the next person, or the next team, should I say. I think, just like you said, I agree with you. The more edge rushers, the more pass rushers. It only got to be edge. It could be center. I mean, up the gut, defensive tackle, linebacker. Bobby Wagner gonna be gone after this year. He gonna be gone. The more edge rushers, the better. I agree with you 100%. Also, Aiden writes, like Eagles 49ers, Steelers can get pressure on you from multiple guys. It's hard to game plan for that. I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. Love can't rate right. I like Burks, and I feel bad for Noah Brown. I don't feel bad for him. You think he feel bad for us? I feel bad for him as a person. I think he's been nothing but a great person. Great for the fan base. But when it comes to being out there on the field, this year showed me a lot. Last year, you had punctured your lungs. We was missing you. De'Ami Brown had to step up. So I'm not saying I'm hating on you or I'm getting on you because you are injured most of the time, but that's been your rap before you came to the Commanders. And that's one thing. That's one thing DQ and Adam Peters will do. They will give you a place for a second chance to actually show that you can do something. So, yeah. Whatever. I ain't feeling sorry for him. It is what it is. Hey, as a person, I'm feeling sorry for Deatrick Wise. Okay, that was very unfortunate to go down on a block field goal attempt and be done for the season after the way that you was manhandling these offensive linemen throughout the first 2 weeks of the season. So for you to go down like that in the latter part of your career, I feel sorry for you. But Noah Brown, come on, bro. You can come back and try to make the team, but I'm not ever. Before the season started, I was like, dog, we got Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel, and Noah Brown. It's about to be lit. Never got a chance to see it mount to be anything. But anyway, it is what it is. I apologize for when I started the stream, the sound wasn't on. And yeah, I gotta tighten up when it comes to that. But anyway, I appreciate y'all for joining me on the stream. Like I said, make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all share this video. We got a game going on this Saturday versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I might go live throughout the duration of the game, or maybe I may not. I may go live tomorrow to talk Eagles, Commanders, and we could just chit chat, hang out, or whatever the case may be. It might go live tomorrow. I'm not too sure what time, but once I figure that out, I'll put a post up and we can definitely go from there. Before I get out of here, Renell Winchester writes, I hope Jackson and Burks get to eat Saturday. I do too. I hope they eat buffet style on Saturday. All right. He said, in the following 2 weeks, we need more talent. Lane, get some more awesome returns too. Hell, hey, I think he got one more in the bag. I think Jalen Lane got one more return in the bag. But I would like to see Jalen Lane get more opportunities on offense. He had a lot of opportunities early in the season. He was just dropping passes. But let's see what he could bring to us now after not getting targeted for several weeks. Now, I don't know if he's not getting open or whatever the case may be, but I would like to see Jalen Lane get more opportunities to him. Matter of fact, I would like to see Jalen Lane and Traylon Burks get more opportunities that wide receiver. I'm going to keep it there. I ain't going to go too deep into it because I do want to see Terry. I do want to see Debo, especially if we be planning on bringing Debo back. I don't know what type of temperature they at. I check their temperature in the all season, especially with depending on what Debo want. But hopefully he take a homie deal, and come on back with the Commanders to give us a real picture of what it could have been. I don't want to be saying what it could have been. I'd rather be saying, hey, this is what we was missing last year. So I hope he can come back next year. But here, hell to the Commanders. Also, Aiden Malik writes, Jaden Daniels next year, this is a big year for him because if he has these issues next year, they're going to say injury prone. They're already saying that now, brother. They already saying that now. And I ain't going to hold you. I ain't even going to hold you. For him to keep getting injured like he has this season, I'm starting to lean more to that way too, but I'm not saying it's levels to this injury prone stuff. I'm not saying that he always get injured. What I'm afraid of when it comes to Jaden Daniels, I'm afraid of his mind. The same thing that makes him Superman scares me. Jaden Daniels have to be okay with getting rid of the football. Keeping himself out of harm's way. Now, granted, you're going to get hit. It's the nature of the business. You're going to get hit. Look at Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers don't play no games. You get close to him, he getting rid of the ball, he going down. Jaden got to play the same way until he get bigger in stature. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to play the same way. You got to keep yourself protected at all times. And once I see him begin to do that, I'll feel a whole lot better about Jaden. But I love my quarterback, for sure. I love my quarterback. Hey, Mom Dukes in the chat. What's going on, Mommy? I love you. I'm definitely gonna call you a little later on. Yeah, she said, have a great day, son. I sure will, Mama. Long live my brother Rico. Y'all already know what it is, for sure. Also, she right. Let me see what she's talking about before I get out of here. She said, hey, fam, don't forget to show your boy some love and hit that like button. She's saying hit that like button, comment or share. And if you're new here, subscribe. You won't be disappointed. Shout out to Mom, dude. She always coming through supporting the boy. You know, I love you dearly. And she always here. She always got my back, man. We coming up on a year anniversary of this channel and me doing the podcasting thing. And Mom's been here every step of the way. Hell, even my brother was here before we lost him in July. So yeah, that is something to celebrate. God willing, you know, that we make it to that date because it's in January, I believe. So, but anyway, that's gonna do it for your boy. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Do some brainstorming. Get ready for this weekend. We got football games tonight. So I'm looking forward to seeing some good football tonight. And like I said, as far as the playoffs go, when we get to the playoffs, although we're out of the playoffs, I'm still going to be going live to give a recap of what we saw that day because I got to be doing something. I can't just allow the channel to be silenced because the Commanders didn't make it. So, especially if you know, the Eagles or the Cowboys, one of the two, are still in the playoffs, we definitely going to talk about it. So yeah. Also, Lil C White, before I go, Brody, he say Marcus Mariota revenge game incoming. Yeah, let's go Commanders. Hey, I love it. If you like it, I love it. If we beat the Philadelphia Eagles, they ain't gonna like us. They struggling right now. But they doing what it takes to win. And that's what it's all about. Can you do what it takes to win the game? That's all that matters. The Broncos is a living witness. They've been winning games in the last few seconds for the last 10, 11 weeks. They doing what we did last year. Hell, we are an example of that. What we did last year. So, yeah. Hopefully we could beat those guys and startle them. It'd be nice if we could beat them and the Cowboys and put a damper on their season. Like, we playing spoiler right now. I'm with Terry McLaurin. He said he'd love to knock those teams out. It's bigger. It's bigger than you think it is. NFC East football at the end of the season. What great way to close out the season. But yeah, let me get on up out of here. That's going to do it for your boy. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn the bell notifications on. Allow me to keep you in the know with everything Commanders. Now, I know I don't post every story that comes on. We will be doing that in the off season. So, yeah, y'all stay tuned, stay buckled up, put your seatbelts on, because we coming. No Diddy. Before I go, left hand up. Let me see how I get them left hands up while we in here real quick. Them left hands up. I want to cover the Commander sign. Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Long live my brother Rico. That's him back there. See, he got that Commanders rep. He repping the Commanders back there. Long live my brother Rico. Rest in peace, my brother Spot. Rest in peace, my brother Dre, Kylie, everybody who lost a life. I love you.